Hey, this is Cathy Griffith with Sotheby's International Realty in Santa Fe, and my partner Ricky Allen and I are here. Ricky, say hi.
Hi, hello. Hi, Kathy.
Hello, nice to see you socially distanced apart. We're we're both at the office, but we're in different office spaces. But Ricky and I would like to spend a little bit of time telling you about our observations for the third quarter in the Santa Fe real estate market, and also give you our observations on the real estate market in general, nationally. So, with that, Ricky, what would you like to share first?
Well, it's been a very active market. It's probably an understatement. I go back to the end of February, early March when the virus hit, and all of us, everyone in the world was pretty much stymied what was going to happen, but certainly us in the real estate market. I remember having long discussions with brokers during the evenings, wondering what are we going to do to keep business going. We certainly thought everything was going to come to a screeching halt. And, Kathy, for the first 2-3 weeks, it was like a deer looking in headlights. I think everybody was just in paralysis. And ever since then, after 2-3 weeks, the market has just continued to get active and more active, and it's just gotten pretty bizarre. I mean, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think we had maybe a 3 week slowdown. I wouldn't even
Yeah.
call it a downturn, but it was a slowdown. And then things just kind of took off and had been skyrocketing even since. And I would say, that this month is different than last month. I mean, it kind of changes in,
Right.
2 to 4 week increments about how the market is developing and accelerating.
Yeah, so just trying to dive right into third quarter. That's the purpose of this conversation, is talk about the market, the Santa Fe real estate market for the third quarter. Here's some really interesting stats. And by the way, our market updates on our website, rickyallen.com. But both the average and the median sale price increased 8% quarter over quarter. So quarter three versus quarter three of 2019, 20 versus 19. And that there's a hidden gem in that stat, because usually in the Santa Fe market, because there's such a discrepancy between the lower end and the higher end, usually the average can be a little misleading. So I like to use the median price more than the average as a great indicator. And this particular quarter, because the sales of higher end homes are picking up, and I'm going to talk about that in a second, the average and the median both are the exact same number of 8%. Maybe the most amazing stat from quarter three is the fact that million to 2 million price range, and that has been lagging behind the rest of the market up until quarter, say, two. But in quarter three, the million to 2 million price range, the sales increased 24%. I mean,
Wow.
that's just crazy. And I even dug a little deeper this morning preparing for this chat. Because we now also have a full month of October behind us, I did, as of this morning, in the million to 2 million price range, for the quarter three, there was 90 solds. And as of this morning, there was 104 active listings. So if you take the 90 solds divided by three, that was for a quarter, you get 30 a month. That is a 3.5 month supply of inventory in the million to $2 million range. Now, keep in mind that we like to think of 5-month inventory as sort of a neutral point. So inventory that's greater than 5 months is typically a buyer's market. Inventory that's less than 5 months is typically a seller's market, although there's other criteria. And we are in the $1 million to $2 million range. We're at a 3.5 months inventory, and that's an absorption rate of 28%. So, almost 30% or a third of homes in $1 million to $2 million price range are getting absorbed in 30 days. So amazing stat. And again, it's a great time to be a seller. And if you're a buyer, it can be challenging, but we have some ideas and some ways we tackle that for our buyers. In the $500 to $1 million range, which has more volume and velocity in that market, as of November 1st, this morning, there was 119 active listings, and we sold in Q3 254 homes in the $500 to $1 million range. So that was 85 a month. And so it is less than a month and a half worth of inventory.
And we've also just kind of crossed over the $500,000 mark for the average price per home in Santa Fe.
All homes all together.